Welcome to Where Science Meets Self-Care with Ida Finelli. With over 30 years in beauty and wellness and a background in medical science, Ida blends clinical knowledge with holistic care. Each week, she and her guests share insights to help you achieve healthier skin, balanced energy, and empowered self-care. Now, here's your host, Ida Finelli.
High school chemistry taught us about the periodic table. Elements in the periodic table make up everything in the world. Today, I'll focus primarily on copper and the move into areas that work with copper. Copper is a relatively safe reactive metal that oxidizes in the presence of oxygen and humidity. It is one of the recognized essential mineral nutrients, vital for most plants, animals, and humans. Copper is involved in many physiological and metabolical processes necessary for almost all functioning issues in the human body. Here's the breakdown of copper percentages in a healthy individual. 50% of copper is in the bones, 15% in the bone marrow, 15% in the skin, and 10% in the liver, and 8% in the brain. Daily suggested intake of copper for adults is approximately 1 milligram. Copper is a key enzyme needed for the mitochondrial respiratory chain and is responsible for ATP production, the body's energy source that rejuvenates itself. It helps maintain and produce healthy bones and bone marrow, support your immune system. Copper is a potent antioxidant, which means that the presence of the antioxidant enzyme superoxide dismutase protects the cell from free radicals. It can also prevent heart disease and other ailments. Copper is vital for neutralizing reactive oxygen species, ROS, which can damage cells via oxidative stress. Copper is involved in the synthesis of the myelin sheet surrounding the nerves. It enables creative thinking by developing new neural pathways to enhance connectivity. Pigmentation of melanin and skin, hair, and eyes. The term copper tone reflects the amount of copper in the cell. It's part of the tyrosinase, the essential element responsible for melanin production in the eyes, skin, and hair. Sun protection. People who are low on copper tend to go gray early. They either burn or don't tan in the presence of sunlight. Copper is anti-aging. It stimulates fibroblast production in the skin, forms type 1, 2, and 5 collagen, and helps form elastin. It helps efficient extracellular membrane protein cross-linking. Copper is anti-inflammatory, reducing arthritis symptoms by speeding up circulation and blood cell production. It also reduces oxidation of LDL and total cholesterol levels. Vitamin participation. Vitamin C is a complex of cofactors which includes copper in the middle. It maintains blood vessels, works with iron to form red blood cells, contributes to iron absorption. We use different forms of copper in our day-to-day routine without even knowing. Copper carbonate is a makeup pigment, makes bronze plating responsible, and is in algicides, aquarium products. Copper silicate is used in optical devices and possibly treating herpes and viral infections. It's also in pigments and copper-based fertilizers. Copper oxide has two forms, Cu2O, which is cuprous oxide, and CuO, which is cuprous oxide. Oxide is in clothing for circulation issues and its biocidal effects. Copper sulfate is in anhydrous form, is a drying agent, an additive for fertilizers, foods, and animal nutritional supplements. Copper sulfate stabilizes colors in textile dyeing and leather processing treatments. It helps colors remain more durable and vibrant. Copper sulfate solutions treat green posts and lumber. Copper sulfate leaches out of the wood to kill necessary bacteria in the soil. Any form of copper is also very corrosive to galvanized nails, staples, wirewood, batteries, ink, petroleum paint, and metal. Copper chloride is a brownish yellow powder. It's in petroleum textiles, metallurgy, photography, agricultural products, animal feed, additives, and wood preservatives. It's also used in rubber, plastic, light sensitive paper, manufacturing, and pigments for glass and ceramics. Copper gluconate is a building block of hyaluronic acid and is in nutritional supplements. It helps transport water and other substances within the skin. The Environmental Working Group rates it relatively safe at 2. Copper's external uses in the human body. Metallic copper is in dental fillings, which combine 50% liquid mercury with powdered silver, tin, and copper alloy. In copper uterine devices for birth control, the copper in the IUD releases copper ions that weaken the sperm and slow down its mobility in the uterus and fallopian tubes. Before IUDs, women used copper pennies. Copper ointments penetrate the skin to help with swelling, rheumatic fever, cramps, kidney function, and peripheral circulation. Skincare line I represent, Zangara, has a Wow cream that is beneficial for pain relief. Copper functions in products. Copper biocides are teal green in wood preservation and anti-fouling paints. Copper sulfide, CUS, is in various applications including solar cells and batteries. It irritates the skin and eyes. It's unsafe for direct human use, such as inhalation, because it can irritate the respiratory tract. Swallowing can potentially cause nausea, vomiting, damage to body tissues, body cells, blood vessels, the liver and kidneys, and central nervous system, excitation followed by depression. Rich dietary copper sources include shellfish, seeds and nuts, organ meats, wheat bran cereals, whole grain products, and chocolate. Copper used in wound dressings or socks helps enhance wound healing by increasing skin rejuvenation and has potent antimicrobial properties. It also prevents skin infections and wounds that lead to ulcers in people with diabetes. Tommy copper compression wear helps athletes recover from excessive exercise. Contraindications related to copper usage. Zinc and copper compete with each other. To get the correct proportions in your diet, take a supplement with 10 times as much zinc as copper. Antacid users need extra copper as well. Excess alcohol and sugar prevent copper absorption. Do not take copper at the same time as vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid. If you have Wilson's disease, a rare condition that causes a buildup of copper in tissues of vital organs, you will have low blood uric acid levels because the kidneys excrete it. This issue tells us that elevated copper decreases uric acid. Talk to your doctor before taking supplemental copper. Side effects of excess copper include metallic taste, salivation, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, seizure, bleeding, coma, and kidney and damage repair. Side effects of excess copper include metallic taste, salivation, vomiting, abdominal pain, seizure, bleeding, coma, and liver and kidney damage. Specific metals like copper, silver, brass, and bronze can destroy bacteria, fungi, and viruses. A scientific term called the oligodynamic effect explains why these metals are effective for biocidal issues. The oligodynamic effect explains that small amounts of metal ions can kill microbes. Thousands of years before Christ, they pulverized the malachite crystal, which has basic cupric carbonate, to make medicine for infections. This crystal has a dark green color, which oxidized copper exhibits. Copper and silver are in the same category in the periodic table, which may explain their value. Cu is copper, silver is Ag, and gold is Au. It may be the most reactive because it has the lowest molecular weight. Metal alloys, such as brass, which is a combination of copper and zinc, and bronze, which is an alloy of copper and tin, also possess these characteristics. Copper, brass, and bronze's oligodynamic properties are only effective when these metals are unlacquered. The percent of humidity and oxygen in the air affect the metal's ability to oxidize or tarnish to enable destruction. Don't try removing the lacquer from copper or brass handles. I'm giving you first-hand experience, as you may remove the finish that makes it appear bronze, brass, or copper. I wasted a lot of time doing this. The hospitals coat at least 10% of their surfaces with proven copper-based coatings to prevent hospital-acquired infections and control odors for patients and the public. Thousands of years ago, they threw silver coins in water to keep it fresh. Silver ions bind with the germ cell DNA and change its structure. Born with a silver spoon in its mouth refers to a person's health, not their wealth. Babies fed with silverware or silver pacifiers had better health. It naturally disinfects itself. The simultaneous use of ionized silver and copper controls germs more effectively. An ionized state is a scientific way of describing the ability to tarnish. There are 3 forms of copper, each with different biocidal strengths. Metallic copper, CuO, monovalent copper, cuprous copper, which is C+, cuprous, which is Cu+, is more biocidal than divalent copper, cupric Cu++ ions. Store water in a copper container overnight to accumulate copper. In the morning, drink the water. This process removes fluoride and germs. Copper containers prevent the water from contamination. Water stored in copper vessels is better than ceramic, plastic, or stainless steel containers, as no slime can form on the surfaces. Copper paint is available for antimicrobial protection. Copper sheets reduce infections from body sweat, dirt, dander, skin cells, sputum, pollen, and soil, providing the ideal medium for bacterial, fungal, and viral cultures. Copper wound dressings and silver-infused sheets are also available. Copper and silver socks prevent foot odor by reducing the odor-causing bacteria. I will place affiliate links for some of these products in the description section. Peptides are short chains of amino acid sequences linked by peptide bonds. We won't go into detail as to what these things are. That act as signaling molecules to influence various biological processes. Peptides are like tiny protein messages. Today I will direct you to peptides that are collagen and elastic building blocks of proteins. Their mechanism of action dictates their grouping into 4 classes of peptides. The first class is signal peptides, then carrier peptides, neurotransmitter inhibitor peptides, and finally enzyme inhibitor peptides. As practical and as gentle as peptides are, to signal your skin to produce more proteins, reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and saggy skin, it makes them agreeable for many skin types, especially sensitive skin. I will only focus on a few. There are too many to discuss. The first peptide, which is also the most popular, is GHK. Glycyl L-histol L-lysine is an essential human peptide present in the body. It stimulates blood vessels and nerve growth and supports dermal fibroblast function to increase collagen, elastin, and glycosaminoglycan synthesis, such as hyaluronic acid. GHK's ability to improve tissue repair has been demonstrated for skin, lung, connective tissue, bony tissue, liver, stomach lining, and anti-inflammatory actions. Lung protection and restoration of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. COPD, fibroblast suppression of molecules thought to accelerate the disease of aging, such as nuclear factor Kb, anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and anti-aggression activities. DNA repair and activation of cell cleansing via the proteasome system. Carrier peptides deliver trace elements to aid skin repair. GHK-Cu is a small molecule that naturally binds copper to ions. It occurs as a tripeptide in human plasma and is released from tissues when needed. Copper ion Cu2+ is not yellow copper metal but blue in an aqueous solution, so GHK-Cu is also known as blue copper. GHK-Cu2+, is also known as copper tripeptide 1, is rated safe by the Environmental Working Group. It reduces iron release from ferritin by 87%. Ferritin transports iron to the cell. Iron released from ferritin forms Fe2+ from Fe3+ complex and starts the chain reaction of lipid oxidation. Tightens loose skin and reverse thin aged skin, improves skin firmness, elasticity, clarity. It repairs protective skin barrier proteins, reduces fine lines and depth of wrinkles, and improves the structure of aged skin. It protects skin cells from UV radiation to reduce photo damage, mottled hyperpigmentation, skin spots, and lesions. Smooth, rough skin and improves overall skin appearance, stimulate wound healing, reduce inflammation, and free radical damage. Increase hair growth and thickness, enlarge hair follicle size. GHK regulates MMP enzymes called metalloproteinases, which are involved in rebuilding, and their inhibitors to support skin regeneration and improve its appearance. GHK also possesses potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory actions. Today, we know that GHK-Cu can up and down regulate many human genes. GHK plasma levels are about 200 nanograms per mil in a 20-year-old. They decline to 60 nanograms per mil in 80-year-olds. GHK-Cu rapidly breaks down in the presence of carboxypeptidases enzymes. These enzymes are found in serum, released from bed sores or diabetic ulcers. Airborne bacteria on the wound may generate it. GHK completely blocks Cu2+ dependent oxidation of low-density lipoproteins, LDLs. GHK appears to support the remodeling and restructuring of connective tissue. GHK-Cu administered systematically to mice, rats, and pigs has protective effects on cortisone, which can inhibit wound repair, skin thinning, and other defects. GHK suppresses fibrinogen formation in plasma. Fibrinogen helps blood clot after injury and forms troublesome blood clots when it's in excess. GHK, which repairs skin, possesses decisive cell protective actions such as multiple anti-cancer activities. They used Linus Pauling's group method of GHK copper 2 plus ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, and demonstrated strong cancer suppression. GHK processes and clears damaged proteins. GHK has potent anti-pain, anti-anxiety, and anti-aggression actions. GHK-Cu increases stem cell behavior by increasing their proliferation while maintaining their ability to differentiate into various cell types within an organism. Treatment with GHK-Cu significantly increases stem cell migration from bone marrow to injured sites via blood circulation, without affecting differentiation potential. It is guided by signals from the damaged tissue and influenced by factors like growth factors and extracellular membrane stiffness. GHK is safe and works best for topical applications. It's widely popular in protective skin, sunscreens, daytime creams, anti-wrinkle formulations, and serums. Plastic surgeons use it after plastic surgery to increase the speed of healing. It's beneficial for use after chemical peels, dermabrasions, laser treatments, etc. It helps seniors with wound dressings, especially for diabetic and ischemic wounds. In some parts of the world, GHK is available for sublingual use. However, it is expensive and doesn't work as well as the injectables. It's not available for internal use since stomach acids break it down before it can help your body. It must be injected to work correctly. Preferably trained professionals can inject it intramuscularly. It reduces TGF-beta1 growth factors, which can slow down hair growth. To a non-significant extent, it helps reduce apoptosis, which is cell death, in DPCs. Another copper-binding peptide gaining attention is AHK-Cu, also known as copper AHK, with promising potential in science and health. It is a tripeptide, which means 3 amino acids. Alanine, histidine, and lysine are bound to copper ions. Its color ranges from blue to light blue. The Environmental Working Group has not assessed it. Since it's similar to GHK-Cu, it may also have a safe characteristic. Here's a breakdown of areas AHK-Cu might impact. AHK-Cu may enhance gene suppression, cell proliferation, and cell signaling. Tissue regeneration and wound healing. AHK-Cu could accelerate tissue repair by aiding collagen synthesis and angiogenesis, formation of new blood vessels. Wound healing. AHK-Cu may stimulate the production of vascular endothelial growth factor, otherwise known as VEGF, which is essential for creating new blood vessels, and activate fibroblasts to improve collagen production for tissue reconstruction. Oxidative stress regulation due to its copper chelating properties. AHK-Cu may help mitigate oxidative stress by enhancing the activity of SOD, which neutralizes damaging ROS potentially, reducing cellular dysfunction. AHK-Cu might help increase the activity of antioxidant enzymes like superoxide dismutase, SOD, which protects cells from oxidative damage. Hair and skin cell regeneration. AHK-Cu might influence hair regeneration by stimulating dermal papillae cells, essential for hair growth cycle. It could also improve skin health by supporting cellular repair and regeneration. Strengthening hair follicles, it promotes dermal papillae cells, DPC, growth, crucial for hair follicle development and regrowth. It stimulates vascular endothelial growth factors, VEGF, which supports blood flow to hair follicles. Applications in biotechnology and material sciences. Biotechnology, AHK-Cu, may have applications in bioengineering, particularly for creating copper-based biomaterials or biosensors. Antimicrobial properties. Given copper's known antimicrobial effects, AHK-Cu could be used to develop antimicrobial surfaces for medical devices or coatings to prevent infections. They haven't been researching AHK-Cu for very long. With more research, the possibilities for AHK-Cu will continue to expand, especially in cellular aging and wound healing. Using zinc and copper peptides, a guide for sensitive and acne-prone skin. Zinc and copper can promote clear, healthy skin, especially for acne-prone, sensitive, or inflamed skin. Zinc helps control oil production, reduce inflammation, and fight acne-causing bacteria, while copper peptides support skin repair, collagen production, and rejuvenation. Since we know that zinc counteracts copper, I'll share how to use these peptides together. Apply zinc peptide serums or treatments in the morning to help regulate oil and soothe irritation. Zinc also pairs well with vitamin C, enhancing its antioxidant and brightening effects. However, some users with sensitive skin may experience redness or irritation when combining vitamin C with zinc peptides. If irritation occurs, consider alternating their use or opting for gentle forms of vitamin C. Use copper peptides at night to support skin regeneration, synthesis, and overall repair. Copper and zinc peptides also pair well with niacinamide, a powerful ingredient that helps strengthen the skin barrier, reduce redness, and improve hydration. Best practices for combining zinc and copper peptides. Both peptides are gentle and soothing, ideal for individuals with rosacea, eczema, or sensitive skin. Vitamin C works well with zinc peptides, but should be avoided with copper peptides, as it may reduce copper's effectiveness. Niacinamide pairs well with copper and zinc peptides, enhancing their skin repairing and soothing effects. Avoid using strong acids like AHAs and BHAs with either peptide, as they can interfere with absorption. Instead, use them at separate times, such as on alternative nights. Do not use zinc and copper peptides simultaneously, as they may compete for absorption. Retinol should not be used with copper peptides, as it may be too harsh and counteract their skin repairing benefits. I am not a fan of the synthetic retinols, but if you wish, you can integrate it with zinc peptides. Start with a low dosage and monitor your sensitivity. I much prefer the natural retinols. Use them both in conjunction with a barrier-protecting moisturizer that doesn't contain ingredients that may affect them. Maximize the benefits of zinc and copper peptides while maintaining clear, balanced, and healthy skin. Signal peptides stimulate fibroblast cells. The environmental working group gives this palmitoyl tripeptide 1, a synthetic peptide, a safety rating of 1. It is in cosmetic and skincare products for its anti-aging and skin repairing properties. It is not found naturally in the body. It mimics the action of specific natural peptides involved in collagen production and skin rejuvenation. It may promote the synthesis of collagen and glycosaminoglycans, essential for maintaining skin elasticity, firmness, and hydration. What is palmitoyl tripeptide? It has 3 amino acids in its sequence, usually glycine, histidine, and lysine, that attach to a fatty acid molecule known as palmitic acid. Fat helps the peptide penetrate the skin's lipid barrier, enhancing its ability to benefit the skin. It's commonly used for anti-aging products because it can help reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines by promoting skin repair and rejuvenation. For skin repair, it also supports the skin's natural repair processes and improves skin texture. Palmitoyl tripeptide 7 is a signal peptide as well. The environmental working group gives it a very safe rating of 1. It is a synthetic peptide used primarily in skincare products for its anti-aging and skin repairing benefits. It's similar to palmitic tripeptide 1, but differs in the amino acid sequence, giving it unique skincare properties. It is not found naturally in the human body. However, it mimics the action of naturally occurring peptides involved in skin regeneration and repair. What is palmitoyl tripeptide 7? It is comprised of the 3 amino acids, usually glycine, proline, and proline, attached to a fatty acid known as palmitic acid. Fats help peptides penetrate the skin's barriers better, enhancing its ability to benefit the skin. Benefits and uses in skincare. It has anti-inflammatory effects. Palmitoyl tripeptide 7 is known for its ability to reduce inflammation. It works by stimulating the skin's natural healing mechanisms, which helps calm irritated or damaged skin. Collagen production. Like other peptides, it helps stimulate collagen and elastin production, proteins necessary for skin's elasticity and firmness. Over time, these can reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. Skin rejuvenation and repair. It can accelerate the skin's repair process, promoting regeneration and improving skin texture. It often included in products designed for sensitive skin or to support skin barrier function. Enhancing skin elasticity. By boosting collagen and elastin production, palmitoyl tripeptide 7 can improve the skin's elasticity and firmness, helping it appear smoother and more youthful. It reduces inflammation after UVB exposure and stimulates laminin 4 and 5 and collagen 6 production. Neurotransmitter inhibitor peptides. Argireline is one of these. It is a synthetic peptide made up of 6 amino acids. The environmental working group gives it a rating between 1 and 2, depending on its usage, which is relatively safe. Argireline is a cosmetic product for its anti-aging properties. It is considered a non-invasive alternative for Botox for reducing facial wrinkles, particularly around the eyes, forehead, and mouth. How does Argireline work? Argireline, which is known as acetylhexapeptide 8, inhibits the release of neurotransmitters responsible for muscle contractions. Specifically, it interferes with the snare complex, which is involved in the release of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that triggers muscle contraction. By reducing the release of acetylcholine, Argireline helps relax facial muscles and minimize muscle contractions, reducing wrinkles and fine lines, especially those caused by facial movements, like frowning or squinting. While Botox works by paralyzing the nerves, Argireline only relaxes the muscles that cause wrinkles without completely stopping movement. This makes Argireline a milder and less invasive option than Botox. Benefits of Argireline. The peptide Argireline is a synthetic anti-aging product. It's used topically in cosmetic creams or serums. It provides a non-invasive alternative to Botox. They appeal to those who avoid injectables. Regularly using Argireline products can improve skin texture overall, giving the skin a smoother appearance. Comparison of Argireline to Botox. It relaxes muscles by reducing the acetylcholine release. Application: topical serums and creams. How long does it last? It's a short-term thing. You apply it daily. It's non-invasive. It offers an accessible, safer option for milder or moderately effective reduction of fine lines and wrinkles. However, some users may experience skin irritation or allergic reactions. Testing a small area before using a new product is always a good idea. Argireline effectively reduces the appearance of wrinkles, but the results are usually milder and less dramatic than those achieved with Botox injections. Botox paralyzes muscles by blocking neurotransmitters or release. It's injected into the muscles, it's invasive, it requires needles, and it's a long-term thing, 3 to 6 months or longer if there's a problem. Enzyme inhibitor peptide. They reduce the activity of enzymes that degrade collagen and elastin. Soybean peptides have 3 to 6 amino acids from soybeans that neutralize free radicals, increase collagen synthesis, and offer UV protection. Rice peptides obtained from the silkworm Bombyx moriz silk gland and have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Silk peptides obtained from rice protein inhibits the activity of metalloproteinase enzymes and stimulate the synthesis of hygroscopic hyaluronic acid. Conclusion: peptides have a range of 3 to 50 amino acids in their chains. These are the building blocks of proteins like collagen and elastin. Anything above that is called a protein. The Environmental Working Group deems all 4 peptide classes, such as a signal peptide, carrier peptides, neurotransmitter inhibitor peptides, and enzyme inhibitor peptides, safe. The peptides I've discussed can gently penetrate and signal your skin to produce more proteins and have different effects depending on which one you use, making them suitable for all skin types, especially sensitive skin. GHK-Cu peptide was discovered in 1973 and is the most preferred among many. Copper activates GHK's ability to penetrate the skin and improve skin regeneration, hair growth, and wound healing due to its ability to stimulate collagen production, support cellular repair, and enhance antioxidant defenses. Since collagen exists throughout the body, this explains the other health benefits of GHK-Cu. Since if the body needs something, it takes it from the skin. Since we haven't been researching HKU-Cu as long as GHK-Cu, we recognize AHK-Cu more for promoting hair follicle growth and scalp health, but research is still ongoing. Beyond copper's peptides, Palmitoyl Tripeptide 1 and Palmitoyl Tripeptide 7 significantly reduce wrinkles and improve skin elasticity. They are valuable fat-soluble additions to anti-aging skincare. Argireline, often called a Botox-like peptide, helps relax facial muscles and minimize expression lines, providing a non-invasive approach to smoother skin. Soybean, silk, and rice peptides contribute to skin hydration, barrier repair, and antioxidant protection. offering a more natural and nourishing approach to skincare. These peptides help improve skin texture, moisture retention, and resilience against environmental stressors. Zinc peptides have anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties and work well with copper peptides as long as they are used at different times of the day. Zinc helps regulate excess oil production, reduce irritation, and combat acne-causing bacteria. Unlike copper peptides, zinc peptides can combine with vitamin C, brightening and soothing the skin. Copper and zinc peptides offer extensive skin and hair benefits. Make sure to follow instructions and do not use them alongside strong alpha hydroxy or beta hydroxy acids. These acids or anything acidic like witch hazel can reduce their effectiveness. Additionally, retinol and vitamin C should not be used with copper peptides since they will reduce their activity. However, niacinamide pairs well with copper and zinc peptides, enhancing their reparative and anti-inflammatory effects. Copper's many forms and alloys have changed our lives outside of skincare. From birth control to electrical devices, nutrition, batteries, and biocidal effects, manufacturers use copper to produce many effective products against bacteria, fungi, and viruses. The medical industry primarily benefits from its use in antimicrobial medical equipment, high-touch surfaces, and reinforcing copper's applications beyond aesthetics. With further research, bioactive peptides will likely expand their applications in dermatology, hair restoration, and regenerative medicine. Their potential to revolutionize both cosmetic and medical fields offers advanced solutions for healthier skin, hair, and overall well-being. Topical peptide use is acceptable in over-the-counter skincare. Canada recommends consulting a healthcare professional if you're using injectable peptides and have health concerns. It also suggests buying prescription drugs only from licensed pharmacies. Some of this is for information only and is still in the research stage in some countries. And as I said, I'll put some of the affiliate links in the description section. And I hope you enjoyed this information, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Topical peptide use is acceptable in over-the-counter skincare. Health Canada recommends consulting a healthcare professional if you are using injectable peptides and have health concerns. It also suggests buying prescription drugs only from licensed pharmacies.
Thank you for tuning in to Where Science Meets Self-Care with Ida Finelli. Ida bridges clinical science with holistic wisdom, guiding you toward radiant skin, balanced energy, and lasting well-being. Don't forget to subscribe, share the show, and join us next time for more inspiration and practical tools to help you live beautifully inside and out. To connect with Ida, visit linktree/Ida Finelli. Until then, take good care of yourself. And remember, self-care is where science and soul meet.